Let freedom ring! Let freedom ring!
Wow! We can use this bell to promote our cause. They were abolitionists, people against slavery.
We haven't really developed the content yet, but certainly we want to talk about the House.
Between the Liberty Bell and the anti-slavery movement in the new Liberty Bell Pavilion. The Liberty Bell will move to its new home and open to the public in late spring of 2003. In Center City, Denise James, Channel 6 Action News.
Make way for liberty! Let freedom ring! Let freedom ring!
Okay. I tried out. What?
Sit over here.
Aside from the shortness.
She's going like that here. She keeps talking.
Make way for liberty! Let freedom ring!
Begging your pardon, sir. Do you know where I might find the Liberty Bell?
Why, it sits right over there in the tower in Independence Hall, just a short distance from where this great country of ours was born. Say, do I know you, sailor?
Oh, gee, I don't think so, sir. I'm on a 36-hour Liberty. Got my chip right here if you want to see.
No, that won't be necessary, but I am rather curious as to why you're wearing summer whites in the middle of October.
Begging the lieutenant's pardon, sir. The Navy just busted in a bunch of us from Pensacola. And when we left there, the base commander had not yet ordered the changeover. We've been here less than 48 hours, and when we arrived, the bus depot lost their duffel bags. The truth of the matter is, I've not yet had a chance to get new blues, so I'm stuck with the clothes on my back. I have a chit for that, too.
Well, we all must make our sacrifices. Gee, are you certain I don't know you, sailor?
Oh, funny, I get that a lot, sir.
Well, that's quite all right. 48 hours. Why is it that you're on liberty this soon, sir?
The ship's not quite ready yet. I've just been assigned to the newly commissioned cruiser, USS Chicago.
Pipe down there, lad. You know better than to say the name of your ship out loud. We don't want the enemy to know what ships it is that we have in port, and you never know who might be listening.
Yes, sir. I am very sorry, sir. It will not happen again, sir. Please do not put me on report, sir. I know loose lips sink ships.
Stand easy, son. That's quite all right. I don't think anybody else heard, but by God, we all have to do our part, and be careful.
If I may ask, sir, what's with all the commotion? Is there another war bombs drive going on?
Well, no, son, actually, I think the mayor put it best when he said, this bell is a symbol to 138 million Americans. We here in Philadelphia are its custodians of the nation. The people just don't want it to be changed.
Say, I even hear some people want to melt it down and recast it.
Whitechapel did make that offer.
Well, I say no to that. When they tap the bell, it rings with a whisper of its former thunderous peal. But in that whisper, I can hear the voices of men gone before me. Navy men like William Bainbridge, John Barry, and John Paul Jones. And I feel like I have not yet begun to fight. Men like Stephen Decatur, who once said, "May she always be in the right, but no matter what, America first."
That's the spirit, sailor. And see, where is your girlfriend?
Oh, I think I see her over there. Hey, darling, how you doing?
I didn't want to say what's
Matter of pain. Some look for a shot of liberty or a helping of independence, while others want liberty ringing from ear to ear, dangling from their neck, or clanging on their keychains. Is this 2.5-inch replica of the Liberty Bell? It's a fine-sized piece of liberty to go.
The turn of the last century took its toll.
The bell began to crack more and more every time they moved it. And finally they said, if we keep moving it, the bell will not be anymore. So they said we have to keep it permanent.
They hope to do just that. After just one more move this Thursday, the bell will move from its current pavilion and across Independence Mall, going east, south, west, and then north, into its new home, the Liberty Bell Center. Why bother?
Our visitations have outgrown it by far. So we built a new center, and that's the new building that will be opening, and the Liberty Bell will be moving in there on October 9th. And the reason for the new center was not only to provide a place for people to see the Liberty Bell, but also a place for people to learn about it through interpretive exhibits and interpretive media.
But first, the experts have to learn about it, so that the bell can survive its move.
Most people think that something made out of metal is pretty much indestructible, particularly if it's something like a bell that was meant to hang outside. I mean, what could go wrong?
No one knew until they took a long, hard look, not at this, not at the obvious, but at what lies beneath.
The crack actually extends from the famous part, the crevice that everybody knows, all the way up to the top of the bell, the crown.
Here at the George Young Company in South Philadelphia, they've been moving heavy objects up to 1 million pounds for 135 years. And when it comes to the Liberty Bell, they've been there, done that.
We're going to handle the Liberty Bell for the 4th time.
And this time?
Well, we have to make sure that the crack doesn't enlarge. And we got to come up with ways of keeping vibration from affecting the bell when we move it. So we've built a special conveyance device, which has 8 pneumatic wheels.
Joe Fedorowicz from Abington and Mark Dornenberg from Haverford, Pennsylvania designed and built this Bellmobile that's carrying a test load equal to the bell's weight.
And will always be remembered as America's wartime sweetheart. He was the big strong man from Chicago way. He had a hook down that no one else could play. He was a tough man and his craft. But then no one came on, and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, although really, he's the boogie bugle boy company me. They made him know he's the boy young to be there. If he was dropped down, I could not say the captain. Did you understand? Because the next thing the captain had a draft to play. And now the company jumps, believe it really. He's the boogie bugle boy company me. I do the things to the barn. If I give it up, it's all over the fancy time. Let me see. And the company don't believe was reveling. He's the boogie bugle boy company me. He was the boogie bugle boy company me. Many of our World War II veterans have danced to this next song on a Saturday night. One day cheer as we sing your service song. The United States Army, in World War I, 4,057,101 soldiers served valiantly on the field of battle. To all the men and women of the Army throughout our history, our salute. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the Army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the Army goes rolling along. Then it's high, high, hey, the Army's on its way. Count off the clearance, loud and strong. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So wherever we go, you will always know that the Army goes rolling along.
Available to us now, there's no question that there were slaves at the site of the President's house, which is roughly where the new Liberty Bell Pavilion is.
St. Joseph's University historian Randall Miller has researched the facts surrounding George Washington's slave quarters and their proximity to the new Liberty Bell Center. And because of that little-known fact, a group calling itself Avenging the Ancestors Coalition, also known as ATTACK, is spearheading an effort for a memorial near the new center.
ATTACK wants two things. One, we want what we're calling a commemorative project as part of the overall President's House site. We want a memorial to not only acknowledge the enslaved Africans, but the free Africans, because Philadelphia at the time had the largest free black population in the country.
Right here, just feet from the front door of the Liberty Bell's new home, is where George Washington's slave quarters once stood.
When you enter the Liberty Bell Pavilion, you'll be crossing over some of the places that slaves worked during the time of George Washington was president and occupied the house. And yes, there were slave quarters there. Some of the enslaved Africans lived in the main house, as it were, a couple of them tending Mrs. Washington's children, sleeping there. And some people mistakenly think that there are Africans buried underground. They are not. We want the permanent and conspicuous footprint marking of the slave quarters. So folks know what's going on. I have to admit, there's a lot that was added inside the new Liberty Bell Center that we applaud. I mean, they addressed the issue of the black abolitionists, the issue of Frederick Douglass. They even get up to the Civil Rights Movement and Dr. King. So a lot of the stuff inside is good, but we want folks to know what's inside and outside.
Many of the Liberty Bell tourists we spoke with were surprised to learn that a portion of the Liberty Bell's new home overlapped George Washington's slave quarters.
They tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
A $314 million project on the mall, which